Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? A short kick taken at the 18, and he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Here we go.
First play's a run with Nwangu. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. This defense for the Bears, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Tua now on first down. He's going to take another shot here. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Bears are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Stuck for the loss by Devin White.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Fields. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
A short kick taken at the 18. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. In the first drive, they were moving the ball okay. Then the interception. Now time to regroup after giving up the score.
Yeah, I noticed him on the sidelines talking with one of his coaches, and they were comparing the pictures, right? You get the photos, what the defense was doing. They were carving it up pretty well, as you noted. I think they focused a lot on, okay, what happened on the interception ball, seeking to avoid it in the future.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Tua sets up to pass it.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
He's added a game, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
And it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running left, Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Here's Fields.
And this is caught. Touchdown.
Darnell Mooney.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
A short kick taken at the 18. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to. Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Looking to pass. Tua. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and
and tackling the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. They showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bears take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roll, and he found it.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Up the middle, Nwangu, and he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have a Dolphins first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains. From midfield, here's Tua. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Here we go. Here we go.
Johnson goes in motion left. 21-0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Tua now on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded inside the 5.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we
look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
What are y'all doing? I can't believe what I watched.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in the game.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now this time, Tua is going to throw it. This complete to the former Longhorn, Marcus Johnson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Tua going to throw. They'll roll him out right. Got a man, it's Johnson, end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will cut the lead down to 15. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
3rd and long. It's Fields. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away.
And this returnable for Hill.
1:50 to go here in the first half.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua's going to take it down. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down.
That's what they have to do defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been coughing him up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Play action. It's Fields. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll run with Montgomery. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. play action. Fields. Open man. He finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears continue to pull away here in this first half. Santos with the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. From the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 96 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Fields running right through it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Montgomery on the counter. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So certainly not at all what you're looking for here to start the third quarter. A fumble on their opening drive.
Not at all. You're exactly right about that, because this had a chance to be the drive to put everything away. A touchdown here, that might have put everything out of reach for them. They definitely handed out a lifeline to the defense on that play.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Well, right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. That's second down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they had a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there, because to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Got a man, it's Johnson, end zone for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Tua going to try and throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd and 2, Fields.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First target, first catch, and a first down. Now Fields. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, 47 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. after the touchdown. Here's Santos to kick this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To try again after the sack. Tua. Under pressure, they got him again. Melvin Ingram able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Fields. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it down the field and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7. On play action, Fields. He'll buy some time right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Here's Fields. And the pressure gets to him again. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard. But more importantly, it leads to 4th down. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here is Tua.
Open net is Waddle, complete.
And gets us in just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be 4th down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Now a first carry for their fullback.
Andrew Van Ginkel there on the stop.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. This is where, in 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Fields
rolling to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they start at their own 24-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. From the 30 on 2nd down, Tua.
Finding space at the 40.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Now a give running left is Nwangu.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Another run now for Nwangu.
And he's got room.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Let's go.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. And now this game is over. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Chicago, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.